This video is presented by the EA Creator Network. As a member, I am required to disclose that I have been gifted free game codes, however, opinions remain my own. Hey guys! Welcome back to a new episode of Breakaway. We're here. We're actually, let's just pause for a second. We're at the Spice Festival in MissSimReno, okay? It is Friday, which means that Ryan and the team just had a soccer game and they won. Actually, let me see if I can, victory. Ryan's team delivered a clutch performance and won the soccer game, which means that they won against Foxbury, which was, pretty significant. If I were to try to keep track of like the wins and losses, it's pretty even right now. And we're still kind of, let's say we're in the beginning of the season, maybe like a quarter of the way into the soccer season. That's pretty insane, actually, that things are very even at the moment. So to celebrate, kind of, because we have two of our Foxbury boys here as well. But to celebrate this win and try to kind of bring some cohesiveness, some cooperation between these two rival teams, because we have friends, right? We have Spencer, who's at Foxbury. He is our friend. And we have Rhodes, who's not really our friend, but we kind of like him, but we kind of don't like him. They're at Foxbury. And maybe we're just trying to cooperate a little bit more. Anyway, we're at the Spice Festival. I would imagine that MissSimReno, like, look, I gotta make this up, okay? I say it's like, let's say it's like a 20-minute ride from Brightchester. You know what I mean? Like something like that. I don't know. It's a thought. So that's where we are. Everybody's dancing. I think we're gonna attempt the spicy curry challenge together though, because that sounds like absolute hell. It sounds like hell. I don't do well with spicy foods at all. I'm terrible with them, to be completely honest with you. I enjoy spicy food, but not for the sake of being spicy, all right? And I actually love curry, but I love mild curry. Oh, hey, Rhodes, what's going on? He's like half dancing. Oh, there I go. there she goes. She's got some moves. All right, let's just try this spicy curry challenge. I want to see if we're actually going to be able to do this successfully. I feel like we're not going to be able to. She hasn't had a lot of exposure to spicy foods. I feel like her dad, I don't know. I feel like he's not the best cook, and a lot of the foods that he made were just like bland and flavorless. So she's like, I don't have exposure to spicy food. Let's just see how this goes. I'm waiting for the flames. Ah, there it is. It looks like Ryan isn't used to eating spicy food. I freaking knew it. What did I just say? I knew it. I knew it. Like Spice Festival Curry Challenge plate. With time and practice, she'll be able to eat the spiciest foods around like some kind of spice hound. No, look at her. She's literally breathing fire right now. Poor girl. And all of our friends just like ditched us. But we failed the Spicy Curry Challenge, so that's fun. We're going to try the bubble blower because we're a college student, right? Now, last episode, we did the polar plunge, which was fun. And we actually had like a really nice conversation with Rhodes. We got to know him a little bit more. I'm not going to say we're close by any means, but we got to know him a little bit more, and basically that he is on a an athletic scholarship, just like she is, and it just led her to be a little bit more curious about him. Now, if we were to actually look at their bar here, like their friendship bar it's okay. I don't think they're technically considered friends yet. Wait. Get Judith Ward out of here. I knew that was Judith Ward a mile away. I want her to go away. But yeah, they're not quite friends per se, but they're friendlier, even though she kind of still isn't a huge fan. But this is kind of nice. It's a way for them to celebrate their win. And I think Becca is just like, I cannot believe we even just like pulled that out of the hat. Like, I can't believe we actually won that game. And Spencer's like, yeah, you guys did a really good job. Like, it was impressive. And I think Rhodes and JJ are just kind of having their own conversation as well. Now, I've kind of left this unspoken since I want to say episode 2. I'm already losing track. Oh, are you kidding me? This is why I don't go out in public. Do you see why? She's got CC. Can you just like go away? Anyway, Piper and JJ hooked up, if you recall, and that wasn't fantastic. It wasn't fantastic. Piper has yet to kind of make up with JJ, if you will, and they're just really not on speaking terms right now. Can you all sit down? Can you? What is Right, our girl decided to do some karaoke. Rhodes is the only one cheering her on. He's like, yeah, You're not just good at soccer, you're also good at karaoke. I don't actually know if he would compliment her like that so openly. Her friends are just like, cool. Yay, good for you. Spencer's laughing at her. She's not doing great. She has level 4 singing though, like that's pretty good. I mean, she's belting it. Good for her, you know? Yeah, I think Rhodes is more so heckling her, honestly. It's really loud. At least for me. Maybe not to you guys, but it's like really loud for me. Oh, she's not great. Oh, she's not doing fantastic. She's not doing bad. Oh, also this lot is by gallery user Nayrie, which is Nayrie. It is literally the Waterside Warble Reno, I think it is. Look at how cool this is. Wait, let me just show you. Look at how cool this is. It's so cool. It's like grungy and like dirty, but freaking awesome. There's even a studio apartment up here. Granted, you can't really do too much with that, you know, because we can't live on lots like this, but it's so cool, right? Like, look at upstairs. You got these little private karaoke lounges too. And this is all just like a loft area. Look how cool this is. You got foosball down here. You got this cool stereo from Strangerville. Like the bars are so cool. It is just, I think it is a really cool lot, and you guys should definitely download it and play in it because it's great. But I really wanted to do like a duet, and I don't know why we can't do a duet. Can we just, okay, right. All right, can I just have a moment? I was at the karaoke bar and literally nothing worked. I couldn't have Ryan play with any of her friends, like couldn't play foosball, couldn't do a duet for karaoke, which I think is like a known glitch with City Living. I don't know. I tried to Google it. And then I couldn't have them do literally anything else. So I was like, all right, we're going to go back to the apartment and have a house party at like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's already 3 o'clock, whatever. And these two freaking, what even are you? They're playing basketball. Number one, the basketball hoop is back here. I don't know what you guys are doing because there's no basketball hoop. Watch them. They're just like juggling out here. They're just like broing out for no reason. Like, is it cute? Sure, I guess. But also, I guess JJ and Rhodes are forming a friendship. I don't know. Our poor girl Ryan over here really has to pee, which is great. She's probably also freezing because it's very cold and she's just wearing like a shirt and a dress. So that's great. And everybody else is just standing over here by the fence because nothing can just go correctly. Do you know what I mean? Like because nothing can just go well for me when I need it to. I'm literally cheating. I don't want her to pee herself. She's gonna have another drink because honestly, if I were her right now, I would probably just be chugging a beer or two because nothing's working. I'm livid right now. I don't understand why. I'm fuming. Hi there. What's going on? Maybe a little early in the episode than you thought this may happen, but it's happening a little bit. They're just they snuck off into Ryan's apartment because they were chit-chatting. And I was just like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And I'm gonna be honest with you. Ryan's had like 3 glasses of juice. She's feeling a little tipsy, a little flirty. And she's like, you know what? I may not be able to tolerate his personality all that much, but I can tolerate looking at his face. And I'll go ahead and talk to him if that's what he wants. So yeah, something's about to happen. Can you all just calm down? Just calm down, okay? Listen. Those are eggplant boxers. Listen. Those are eggplant boxers on Ryan's floor. Yeah? That means someone went back to their dorm completely commando. I'm dying. Yeah, so last night's party was great. Look, one of you, if I can go and track down the comment, one of you was like, oh man, I guess Becca's at the door and I guess we're gonna go eat outside. You know, honestly, this game gets under my skin. Anyway, yeah, last night's party got a little wild. One of you had said like, Mom, man, the poor girl, you know, she's like fantasizing about one of her friends. She's flirting with another guy. You know why? Why not let her just have some college fun? Well, I think she had her college fun, everybody. She done went and did it. Rhodes 110% made a move. And it was something along the lines of like, you don't need to like me to take me to bed. You know what I mean? He's like, you don't need to like me. We don't need to get along. We don't even need to be friends, because it's really clear that you have been making eyes at me every single time that we run into each other. And he's like, I'm attracted to you too. All right. Like we don't have to like each other for this to go in another direction. And she was like, you know what? Screw it. And she was like, yeah, you're right. So they may or may not had a little one night fling. So there's that. We'll cope with that in whatever way we need to. It was satisfying for her. She was kind of chuckling to herself this morning because she's like, oh my God, I need to give him his boxers back. Like she literally, they're in her freaking inventory. It's so funny to me. I was not expecting that so freaking ever. I was dying. Anyway, it's Saturday. It's literally 3:30 in the afternoon. It's so late because she woke up, I think at like noon. She took a shower. She got right back into her comfy clothes because she is still tipsy from last night. Like she's still tipsy from last night. She is. Technically, it's carrying over from last night, but I would like to think, oh, wait, nope, I was lying. See, this is what I was talking about. She's sobering up. I think this is turning into a hangover is what this is, because it is very late this morning. But aside from that, we're going to go ahead and do our homework so we can get a head start. That's our plan today. We also have a soccer game. Oh no, wait a minute. We have a soccer game in like 2 hours. Thank God she had her coffee. I think she's going to try that as like her hangover cure, because honest to God, she is going to be sucking at this soccer game. And she's I think she's mad now. Like, okay, there's complex emotions with this, all right? I think she's going to text Rhodes. Hold on, where is it? Oh, no, go away. Go away. I don't want that. All right, where is it? Text. She's going to text him and she's going to be like, number one, I have your boxers. You just like left them on my floor, which was rude. Number two, how freaking dare you? I am in no state to be playing soccer today. And number three, I feel like crap. Like she's just like, I'm going to covertly flirt with him, but also blame him for my current state. My girl, can we just pause for a second? Can we just pause for a second? Because I did not plan this. I can't plan this. I don't have any mods that impact Social Bunny. Like I don't have immersive Social Bunny. I don't have anything. I can't control what other Sims add on Social Bunny. But look at Rhodes' latest post. That pillow fight was euphoric. I feel like I'm glowing. This mother... He's talking about our one night stand. He is. He's talking about it. That's code. That's code. That's code. That's what that is. So she's on her way to the game, which of course is against Foxbury, because have I made up any other colleges for this LP? No, I have not. So they just constantly play Foxbury. Anyway, so she definitely just got a text back from Rhodes. And he was just like, yeah, you could just like slip me those boxers at our game in like 5 minutes. And she's like, you're actually insane. I am not doing that publicly. And he's like, whatever, why not? I feel like he's a menace. I feel like he is quite literally a menace, and it brings me joy. But she's just like, he gets on my freaking nerves. Like, what in the actual heck is wrong with him? And he's like, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling amped for this game. Like, I am ready to go. And she's like, I feel like death. He's like, well, all right. Let's may the best sim win then. Right. Okay. She's on the phone with her dad right now. But this was really exciting. They had a game. But look, increased fame. And do you know why? Number one, they won their game. So despite her hangover, she won. Rhodes was like super feisty, and Piper and Becca were catching on to kind of the different flavor of animosity between the two of them. But she just called her dad really quick because she's a notable newcomer now, because there was a scout at the game. And she now has a tryout as let's say as a sophomore, is this super realistic? No, and we're also going to ignore the fact that her dad just ignored her because that's just freaking rude. We had an announcement. There was a scout though. We're actually going to send a text to our dad then because he's being a nuisance. And they're eyeballing her and I think like one or two other players to actually try out for the, let's go with like the US equivalent of like the US Soccer League, right? The US Sim Soccer League. I feel like I made up another name in another episode, but consistency has never been my forte. Okay, all right, that's fine. So she is so excited because they did like a little mini interview and they got like all of her information. They were talking to her coach. She may not look it, but she's feeling very confident right now, which is great. She may not look it, but she is amped. She is amped. And actually, I feel like Piper, not Becca. So I feel like Becca plays soccer because she simply enjoys it. She doesn't want to necessarily go pro. But Piper, I think, also wants to go pro. And she was just texting Piper because I think Piper's one of the other people that was being spoken to. And she may or may not have seen Rhodes talking to one of them as well. So she really wants to pry him for information. But they haven't really directly talked outside of that little razzing before the game, especially not really about what just happened and what that actually means. But yeah, that's super exciting for her. I'm so happy. All right, we are at this little park. This is also by Simlicy. I have a lot of Simlicy lots in my game because they're just freaking perfect. Anyway, we're at this little park. We ended up meeting up with Rhodes this very cloudy Sunday morning because he wanted to talk. He wanted to talk about a few things, though, to be completely honest with you. He wanted to talk, number one, about their hookup, because he seems to be the kind of sim who just, like, he doesn't necessarily let things go. He's not one of those that's like, nah, we're not gonna passively ignore this. We're gonna go ahead and talk about it. Number one, I think he gets kind of a kick out of it. And number two, I think that even though they clearly have gotten under each other's skin in like good and bad ways, he's like, all right, look, I'm not one to just like hook up and just not talk about it. So we're going to talk about it. Like he cares. Okay. He does. He's not just like I'm going to sleep with you and then just walk away type deal. You know what I mean? Like, it's not his vibe. So she's kind of talking to him about it. And she's like, well, what do you want this to be then? Like, I'm not looking for anything. We don't even really like each other that much. Like, it was fun, fine. And he's like, well, yeah, it was fun. And it was probably the best I've ever had. And he's like, I don't know. I felt great for our game the next day. We're clearly attracted to one another. And it's probably going to happen again. So why don't we just be woohoo partners? And she's like, you know what? I think that works for me. I'm not really a huge fan of you, but I think that works for me. So I think that they're officially woohoo partners. And when I say I think, I mean they are. All right? They are. Perceived as attractive, number one. Did I have to change up the preferences? Yeah, I did. Oh my gosh, was that was nuts. They're woohoo partners now. So their relationship is focused just on woohoo, not actual romance. Now, here's the thing. For some of the interactions that I do have some gameplay mods. I actually had a question about this. So I have a few. They're not super significant. So I primarily use like UI Cheats, MC Command Center, as you guys have seen as we're actively playing. But I also have some like physical intimacy, kiss and grind, passionate gifts mods. They're really small, but they have like different animations and stuff like that. It's how I made some of the cutscenes. You know, it's like, it's fun. It's cool. I also do have Wicked Whims, but I mainly use it as a pose player, as you guys probably saw as well, because most of those things were poses and or like kissing machinima like animations. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, where was I going with this? They're woohoo partners though. It's not part of a mod. That's what I was trying to say. It's not part of a mod. That actually came with, what did that come with? Woohoo partners. What did that come with? I need help. You guys need to help me. What did that come with? Do you remember? Anyway, they're talking about it and she's just like, you know what? Fine. Like, we can do this. So how does this work? Do I just like call you up when I want to see you? And he's like, I think we're going to be seeing plenty of one another. Anyway, so if we're feeling the urge, we can go ahead and do something about it, you know? And she's like, oh my God, you're ridiculous. Can we at least keep it private? Because she's kind of embarrassed. She's like, I I was so outwardly like not happy with you, and I don't like you, and my friends think I don't like you, and this would kind of like ruin my reputation a little bit if they knew that we had this kind of agreement. Like, she doesn't want her friends to know that they're woohoo partners. And he's like, yeah, whatever. We can keep it a secret if you want to, but I can't help it. I'm probably going to pester you more. And she's like, well, great. You're making me already regret this. And then the conversation turns to the scout that was at the game, because of course they were both playing. And he's like, did you get a tap on the shoulder? And she's like, yeah, did you? You are not the other player, right? And he's like, well, I hate to break it to you, sweetheart. I absolutely am. And she's like, are you kidding me? So we're all kind of competing for a spot on this team potentially? Like they're all interested? Oh my God, what happened to my camera right there? And he's like, well, it seems that's where things are headed. Oh my God, look at her hangover so bad still. Her massive hangover. I love this for her. That's really unfortunate. But yeah, they don't really know what it means yet. Like, they know that if they're getting tapped on the shoulder by the team, that it means that they are absolutely interested in getting them on the team at some point, whether that's in like a year or two or whatever the case may be. You know, they don't really know. There's more to come in that department. But she's like, are you kidding me? I thought we weren't going to be competing for this kind of thing, you know? And she's kind of irritated. So she's trying to concoct like a plan on how to ensure her spot on the team if it comes to that, you know? So, okay, number one, my game is being extremely laggy, and I swear it's because I just put another mod in my game, so I'm gonna have to take it out. But anyway, do you see this? Piper's over right now. Piper is over Ryan's apartment. Remember, she lives downstairs, and Ryan just got home a couple of hours ago from her little, like, park meetup with Rhodes, where they were, number one, talking about the soccer scout that was actually at the last game, and the fact that Rhodes, Piper, and Ryan are all basically being scouted right now for potential tryouts for the US Sim soccer team, whatever we're going to call it. Please help me come up with a name, please. I'm begging you, because I can't do it. But number two, remember they decided that they were going to be friends with benefits, that they were just going to like hook up occasionally whenever they felt like it. I don't know how this is possible, except for the fact that Piper's really nosy. I'm pretty sure she has that trait. Maybe she saw them at the park because she wants to confront Ryan about her secret. I don't know what to do. I think she's gonna do it. I'm screaming. This is the face of a woman who's already been freaking busted. Piper was like, so I happened to be at Ebright Commons, and I walked by the park, and I saw you and Rhodes talking, and you guys were kind of like cozying up on the bench a little bit. Like, is there something you want to tell me? She's like, no, what are you talking about? She's like, come on. You guys are sleeping together. Like, you have to be. Everybody could see it a mile away. She's like, Piper, please don't tell anybody. Please don't tell anybody. I'm begging you to keep my secret. And she's like, you know how nosy I am? You know I'm nosy. I just needed confirmation. It stays between us. I promise. Right. I'm so sorry. I just had to pause again because we got an actual notification. It's like, now that the secret is known, Piper can choose to inform Ryan that she will hold on to that secret forever, or blackmail her to keep the secret for cold hard simoleons. Piper's her like dearest friend. She's not gonna do that. She's not gonna blackmail her. But I want to pick that. I want to pick that option so it's not hanging in limbo. I want to see if we can do this. I don't know where. Is it gossip? Keep secret. Yes. Oh, thank goodness. And also, like, my game, it got so laggy all of a sudden. Now, I noticed I have a handful of mods, but none of the others caused this. When I put the Control Any Sim mod back in my game to do this episode, it started lagging out on me, and I can't say that's the culprit. It's just the only factor that changed. And look, Piper's like, don't worry, I'm not going to say anything. And Ryan's like, you had me going. You are a menace to society. She's like, I know, that's fine. And she's like, so you're going to tell me if you've made up with JJ after your hookup? And she's like, no, I'm still mad at him. And she's like, you're really going to cause this ripple in our friend group? Like, yeah, just for a little while. At least it hasn't impacted our soccer games. Like, at least our plays have been solid. She was actually just studying soccer plays as well while Ryan was doing her homework. Yes, my game is a little bit laggy. Yes, it's not going away. I'm going to have to take the mod out. But this is a great place for us to wrap up this episode anyway, because Ryan, Piper, and Becca decided to come to the field and get in some extra practice, as they typically do. She's got classes again tomorrow, though technically this is winter break. Let me just take a little pause here. This is so wholesome to me, except for that over there. You see that? That needs to go away. Anyway, let's just take a look at the calendar before we wrap up. So technically speaking, I think I mentioned this in one of the other episodes, we have winter break, right? So we have Winterfest Eve and Winterfest coming up at the end of the week, as well as New Year's. And the thing is that even though I technically made these holidays so Sims will have the day off of school and work, that never extends to Discovery University classes. She will still have class on Monday and, oh, there's the lag again, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So on Winterfest, she's going to have freaking classes. That gets me so mad. It gets me so mad. And I don't know if she can afford to just not go to the class. So we're going to pretend like she doesn't have to go to class. I'm not going to film her going to class and disrupting anything. But technically it's winter break. So she is actually going to be going back home to spend some time with her dad again. It feels like we were just there for Harvest Fest, which we kind of sort of were. If you hear my throat gargling, ignore it, please. Just ignore it. It happens. But we're going to go home. We're going to spend some time with our dad. And I think either Piper or Becca might come with her this time because, again, I think Becca is a little bit more local. Piper might be somewhat local, but I think there was a bit of a hiccup with her parents actually being in town. They travel a lot for work. So Piper might be coming with her, which would be kind of exciting to bring a friend home and enjoy the holiday with her. So we shall see. But that is where I'm going to leave this episode off without the lag. Look at that. I love when a plan comes together, kind of, sort of. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. It's back. And I will catch you next time I post a video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.